And we are back once again like we never left, but now we are here with a brand new movie review. We have just seen, just witnessed, just spectated, that's not the verb, the latest DCU movie, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. But of course, before we get too far into things, there's a couple of things that need to happen. First and foremost, for those of you new and old, welcome back to another episode of the Superhero Homies podcast. My name is Quentin, and as always, I am here once again with the world's greatest co-host, the homie Caleb.
What's going on, everybody? I am glad to be back here. I've waited over a year now for this movie, and coincidentally, I waited even longer for the review.
That is how that works.
Yeah. Because time is linear.
For now.
Yeah.
One of these days, we'll do the review before you watch the movie.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know when or what movie better to happen, but we are not just here by ourselves. Oh no. We have the super crew, the crew that has been appointed to review all things super. And once again, we are joined here with the wonderful homie Kay. Welcome back.
Hi, thank you.
Glad to have you back.
Yay. It's been so long.
It's been such a long time.
Forever.
Yeah. Since last time, really. Yeah.
I know. You were there?
I
you
was.
were here?
Yeah. I remember. Caleb was here too.
Yeah. Eventually, this little crew here should probably do like My Pal Superman or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah. Have you guys seen any of that yet?
I have not, no.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen clips, like little shorts and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
It's weird how many Supermen end up voicing Sephiroth.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you had a nickel for every time it happened, you'd still only have 4 nickels. But it's weird that it happened that many times.
That is very weird. I didn't know that 4 different voice actors did Sephiroth and Superman.
Yeah, it's just a thing now, I guess.
That's a little concerning, but you know what? We're rolling with it.
They're not very similar characters at all.
Not at all, actually.
Yeah.
No.
I think they're probably on the opposite ends of the nihilism scale.
I think Troy Baker is the only actor that I know that has voiced both Batman and Joker.
Oh, yep. That's
another weird stat.
That is a weird stat.
Yeah.
But that being said, we need the thing before we can start the review, and that thing is the reading of the rules. So,
Yes.
Everyone, if you haven't seen the movie yet, which you probably haven't because it doesn't come out till tomorrow, this first half of the review will be spoiler-free. Once we are done with the spoiler-free section, we'll go ahead and give it our scores. And then after that, we will bullshit a little bit. And then we will go ahead and move you guys into the full tilt spoiler section. So that's the moment in time where if you haven't seen the movie yet and you care about spoilers, you want to go ahead and tap out, go watch the movie, come back and finish the spoiler half. Or if you just don't care about spoilers at all, then stick around.
Some people are savages. You know?
Yeah.
I'm a savage, I guess. I love spoilers. It makes my anxiety not feel as scary. So I like knowing what I'm getting into.
You built different.
Have you seen House of the Dragon?
Yes, the latest episode.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I spoiled the end of that. I won't do it here because a lot of people probably haven't seen it yet. But I actually spoiled the end of that for her, like right before we watched it. I was like, hey, I'm just going to let you know this is about to happen.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, she wants to be, because I know she wants to be.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, like, I will read a synopsis or watch one on YouTube a lot of times before I go into something that I know is going to make me feel.
See, that is very interesting, and it doesn't hinder your enjoyment of the thing at all.
No, it actually makes it better because
Oh, okay.
I am a very anxious, nervous, scary type of person, and so having a little bit of a warning makes me feel better.
Got it.
As a matter of fact, when the latest Stormlight book came out, we were in Salt Lake City, and I was like staying up until like 3, 4 in the morning, just poring over this 1,350 page tome. Mm-hmm. And she would wake up in the middle of the night, and I would just be at the desk just reading it. And there's a particular character. I also won't give that away here, but she was like, if they die, you have to tell me. And I was like, no. She was like, I'll fucking Google it. And I was like, fine, don't Google it. I'll tell you.
Because I will. I'll straight up Google it.
That is, that's a different type of I don't know if resolve is the word, but close enough. Yeah, that is a unique way of viewing media.
Yeah, I need to know. I need to know.
Yeah,
Because I would be livid, right? Like,
No.
Oh yeah.
Does the dog die? That website, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What? See, you don't have to give me like the bullet points or like a play by play. Just tell me the thing.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna be like, all right, okay, I'm good, and then I'll wait for that thing to happen. Whereas if I don't know that thing's gonna happen, I get freaked out. So.
I feel like Does the Dog Die is going to get a lot of traffic over the next couple of days, just for no reason in particular.
No reason. But that website was helpful. It's very helpful to me.
It is.
I could have approached you back in 2019, early 2019, and said, "Hey, just so you know, Tony Stark's gonna die,"
Yeah.
and you'd have been all right.
I would have been all right. Let's go. How does this happen? Because to me, the story is not necessarily the bullet point. The story is how did we get there?
Yeah,
And so you're not spoiling that.
that's true.
So that being said, about spoilers, we aren't going to have any in this section. We just got done watching Supergirl. Crypto was there.
He was.
What were our overall thoughts on this movie? Spoiler free.
All right, so this isn't a reflection of my thoughts on the movie. I just have to make sure that I'm still fresh here.
Kal-El, no!
Good. I want to make sure I still have the button.
Yep. Okay.
Oh my
good.
God, I
Yeah.
hate that so much. Hello, no. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Gal Gadot, for your.
Yeah, her endless contributions to media and this podcast.
Yes.
I'm sorry if I was Kal-El and she was like, hello, no. I would have done whatever. Anyway.
And he did.
Yeah.
And he did. Oh boy. Okay. I guess I'll go first. Yeah. So spoiler-free thoughts about the 2026 Supergirl movie. This movie was a bit of a mixed bag for me at times, but I gotta say overall it is a bag that I enjoy. It's like a bag of trail mix. You know how like maybe 70% of the things in the bag you really enjoy, but then it's like I can leave out these Raisinets or these craisins. I don't really need these in here. But the rest of it you're fine with, and there's maybe even a couple of things that you enjoy, like the M&Ms. Everyone likes the M&Ms and trail mix.
I like the raisins and the craisins.
It's the Chex Mix, but it's got those little pretzels in it, the little short pretzel. Nobody likes those.
Everyone likes those, yeah.
No, I don't like those.
Yeah, nobody likes that shit.
Yeah. But no, I had a very interesting viewing experience with the Supergirl movie because, surprise, surprise, don't come at me, but I wasn't a huge fan of Woman of Tomorrow comic book. And there were certain things about this movie that I really enjoyed more so than the graphic novel. But then, to my surprise, on the flip side, there were certain things about the graphic novel that I liked more than how it was done in the movie. And so it was an interesting dichotomy for me here. I think that the star of the show, just like with the book, is Millie Alcock, or Supergirl, Kara. She is really the driving force of this thing here for me, and probably for most everybody. She really does a great job. She embodies Supergirl so well, and she has those traits, those humanistic traits, and even spoke about that in the review of Woman of Tomorrow, about how somehow the alien, the Kryptonian, is like the most humanized thing that we get in the book. And here in this movie, it's a similar thing, where she's great. Every time you see her on screen, she feels like she is portraying a really complex character who has a plethora of emotions that she's trying to work through, which she is. And yeah, for me, that was definitely one of the main highlights, if not the main highlight. What little we got of Lobo, I actually really enjoyed. Jason Momoa, I mean, hell, even back in 2017, this is what we all thought that he was going to do back then when he was cast in the DCEU. And now to see him finally as the main man is very It was very enjoyable for me. I really liked his portrayal. I like the look. I like what they did with him. I think that the action, particularly in the back half of the movie, was very good. Not saying that it wasn't. It was fine in the first half, but I remember thinking if the action stays like this, then this hour and 48 minutes might feel long. But the back half of it, I thought the action was actually pretty solid, really solid. And at certain points, we got some really cool shots. The look and atmosphere, I thought was better in the comic book, which is interesting. There's a planet called Bilky, which is the name of the artist. But just a little thing here. But overall, I thought that this was a really fun movie. It didn't reinvent the wheel in any way, but I had a fun time watching this thing.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I liked. I'm so bad at the not spoiler part.
Do I still have the spoiler button? I don't even know anymore.
Is it this one right here?
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best. Okay. I really liked how the music affected a lot of the scenes. But I think that's just the way that, I don't know, this revamp of the DCU kind of is going, where they kind of like use music to make you feel things.
James Gunn is very good at that.
So I very much appreciated all of that. I very, very much enjoyed Millie Alcock as Kara. She made me cry or tear up a few times when she was like, reliving past things. I appreciated that Ruthie didn't talk as much.
Yes.
Ooh.
But they left the impression that she did talk a lot because they mimicked her. Mm-hmm. And so that was, he lost it.
It'll be okay.
He was doing so good. You were doing great.
He gets upset when the spotlight's not on him.
Yeah. Sorry.
He doesn't like Crypto being here, especially. I'm sorry, Homie Award winner, Crypto.
Stop. You don't have to point that out when he's right here.
He could win some more this year.
Junior is begging to be in Doomsday right now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Please continue.
Overall, I very much enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm not very good at this part, so I'll talk more.
Yeah.
When I don't have a filter.
I hate that 2 in a row. I feel like I might be the negative Nancy here in the room. This was a mixed bag for me as well. And let me just kind of echo you guys' sentiments on this. Is like, Millie is perfect. Like, every time that she's on screen, whatever she's doing, you're all over it. You're super interested in it. She is, in my opinion, the definitive Supergirl. She adds a lot of layers to that character that we've never seen before, and a lot of the layers that are from the book. The movie pretty much takes the nuance of the book and jettisons it out into space. A lot of the stuff that we see, from like the Brigands in the book. And by the way, go check out our review of the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow novel. Shameless plug. But a lot of the like nuance that we saw in that, like the destruction by the Brigands and like some of the different planets that they visit in that, a lot of that stuff, I think was reduced down to lowest common denominator. I can't really get into a lot of this. I definitely will when we get into the spoiler section. I also liked Ruthie a lot more in this than I did in the book. And I liked a lot of the little references they did. The planet Bilky, they kept Barrington in here. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of winks and nods, especially if you are a fan of the graphic novel, little things that they did. I really enjoyed the action too. I'm glad that this was more Mad Max, even though I hated Fury Road. This was more Mad Max than Guardians of the Galaxy, because to me, if this had been Guardians of the Galaxy-esque, it would have been a huge failure. I did not like Lobo at all, and I thought he should not be in this movie. And I think I might give it a whole point higher if you took him out completely. Did the movie though? At the core of it, right? Clark is the immigrant story, and we really got that in the Superman movie. And so this movie's job was to differentiate Kara as the refugee story. And I think that it did a good job of that, and I think it succeeded in it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that we're all clamoring to talk spoilers.
We are.
However, a very interesting spread of takes here. I mean, there's certain things that I predicted. Like, if I had to bet my collection on you liking or not liking Lobo, I would have said Caleb's not going to like Lobo.
No, I'll be honest. Mm-hmm. There's a little projection there because after the Minecraft movie, I really just don't want to see Jason Momoa in anything ever.
Oh.
And if this movie bombs at the box office, I hope that the one takeaway Hollywood gets is that they can stop putting this motherfucker in things. That's not what they're gonna get from that. But
no, and I mean, this is the one thing they definitely should put him in. Is this as Lobo? I can't get jiggy with Jason Momoa's not Lobo thing. I thought he really did a great job with what little he had here, but.
Oh no! Make no mistake about it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he didn't need to be in this.
No, I mean, so again, like without spoilers, I do agree. Like with what he is and has in this movie, I really think he was just here to put certain fanboys in seats.
Yeah,
and I think that he's gonna do that to a degree. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's talk here about. It's so weird with this movie in particular to talk about the plot because we literally kind of just did that like a week ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and any differences that we could talk about from the book are going to be spoilers.
Going to be spoilers. Yeah.
So we really can't talk a lot about that. It is a short film. We can talk about the pacing.
Yeah.
Its thing clocks at like an hour and 45 or something like that.
Hour 48.
Hour 48. It doesn't slow down at all, I will say. I mean, with an hour 48, you really can't.
Yeah.
If there is anything on the screen that doesn't float your boat, it'll be over quickly and it'll be on to the next thing. Mm-hmm. It's not a spoiler that the Krypton scenes are in it. Those are in the trailers.
Yeah.
I could have used another. They could have brought me to 2 hours and filled the rest of it with more Krypton stuff, I thought.
I too enjoyed the Krypton segment. For me, there was one thing that I'm really hung up on with that, and you guys probably already know what it is, but there was a small subtle change that has a huge ripple effect.
Yes.
And I'm not quite sure why they made the change. It's like the point still gets across, but man, it could have been done a whole lot smoother had they just stuck to how things are.
I felt like that several times in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. You picking up what I'm putting down, Kay?
I am. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have things to say, but
well, we all kind of already talked about Millie's performance,
yes.
Right? And I think we could go on and on about how good she is in this role. I've only seen her in like 3 things, mm-hmm. but everything I've ever seen her in, she killed it, right?
Does she end up speaking different languages and everything she plays on?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she's good at it.
Yeah.
What is harder, you think, to speak, Kryptonian or High Valerian?
I think High Valerian because they speak it faster.
That is true.
Yeah. We need to get her on some of that Dothraki because that shit seems like it's real tough.
Oh shit!
It's like a combo of the two. So what did we think of Ruthie here in the movie? Not our favorite from the book.
Well, first of all, no matter what, this version of Ruthie was always going to be better because they didn't have enough runtime to fit all of her dialogue from the book into this movie.
Oh yeah, that's fair. She's long-winded.
Very much so. Because like in the book, in Woman of Tomorrow, homies, we are all subjected to reading all of her inner thoughts and her inner dialogue and her outer dialogue.
All of it.
All of it.
There's a part in the movie where Ruthie is like standing there, and they kind of pan out really far, and I just leaned over to Ace and I was like, yellow bubble, yellow bubble, yellow bubble, and it just like filled up the whole screen.
Yeah, because I mean, it tracks for Ruthie, Whereas here, thankfully, they get the point across as to what kind of personality she has, with excuse me, without beating you over the head with endless, meaningless dialogue.
Yeah. I also very much appreciated her costume.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like costumes are a thing that I could talk about with spoilers sometimes. Yeah. Okay. So her costume was like, it gave Farm Girl in a kind of way, which is what she is in the book.
Yeah.
It had some Naruto vibes for me. And I mean that in a good way.
I also really loved what they did with her hair. The braid was very thick. It was a thick braid and not just a normal braid. It was very Dothraki braid.
Dothraki? Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Here. Yeah.
It was nice. I very much enjoyed what they did with her. And I liked the silhouette that they did a couple of times where you could see the sword sticking out over her shoulder. Like that was, it looked pretty.
I will say in terms of characterization, that's in the present damn near where it stops. Like, it's no spoiler that Clark is in this. He's probably the third biggest character in the movie.
He got second billing.
Yeah, exactly. And then, her parents from the flashbacks are probably like, 3 and 4, or 4 and 5, because there's just a lot like that you get with them, and our villains, just like in the book, our villains are pretty one note. Like, I'll be honest, personality wise, Krim has more here than he does in the graphic novel.
I agree, and mild spoiler, but it's I think it's because we spend a little bit more time with Krim here in this movie than we do in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got to get into that, and I have a big old Krim. I have a Ruthie style monologue about Krim for the second half. Get my yellow bubbles ready. Might have a bear with me here.
All right.
About that, but I did like, and this kind of goes into more of the production of the whole movie, but there was a lot of great practical costumes here. Mos Eisley Cantina vibes from a lot of it, and that is the biggest compliment I can really give. Like, the choice to make Krim look like a futuristic Lord of the Rings orc was a decision, but I did like it. Like, I liked all of the little details on his outfit. He's got to press the little red button on his neck to talk. Why? We don't fucking know.
I assumed it was like a universal communicator, but...
That was my assumption as well, that it was a communicator.
Yeah, I just like that they don't explain it.
They really...
You don't need to know.
Yeah, why would they explain it? Nobody's going to be like... it would be weird to explain your powers to someone, just randomly.
I mean... Unless you're some kind of super genius and you really have you're playing 4D chess.
Yeah, like if you're like the world's smartest man.
Yeah.
And you explain Black Bolt's abilities.
I mean, you have to give your opponent a chance.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. Unless you're Krim. I guess that's why he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a real bad guy.
And then from there, it just kind of drops off a cliff. Pretty much all the other guys are like nameless henchmen 1 through 75.
And the funny thing is, it's kind of what Krim is.
Yeah.
And he has a name.
We don't really need them to be anything more than that.
Yeah.
The only reason we know his name is because Ruthie does.
Yeah, and she says it a lot.
Yeah. See, if there was one thing that I wish they would have changed about Ruthie here, is I wish she would have said Krim of the Yellow Hills a lot more. Because, that is seared into my brain now from reading Woman of Tomorrow. Like, oh yeah, it's Krim of the Yellow Hills.
But yeah, he can never just be Krim.
I mean, because there could be other Krims. You never know.
Yeah.
You have to know that it's the one of the Yellow Hills.
That's true. Yeah. She does say it about 20 times in this movie, though. You
know what? I may have just, I'm so used to it that I didn't even pick up on it.
But I mean, in the book, 20 times is like 3 pages.
Yeah.
She can say it. She can say his name twice in one sentence, and it's still Krim of the Yellow Hills.
Yes.
There's no Creme of the, it was Creme of the Yellow Hills and he. No. It's Creme of the Yellow Hills and then Creme of the Yellow Hills.
Yes. She has to make sure that you know who she's talking about at all times. So we can't talk too much about like certain things that are translated from the book into the movie. But in terms of characters, I guess, and we have to be really careful with this one too, but Superman is in this movie, and again, no big spoilers here, but he's not in this a ton, so don't go into this thinking that it's a Supergirl and Superman movie. It's certainly by no means is that.
Think Darth Vader Rogue One, like...
Because he murders everybody.
I just mean like in terms of how much he's in it, and like, but when he is in it, it's good. Like you're focused on him being in it. And I really hope that in Man of Tomorrow we get a lot more of this duo on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
But you run into the problem of what kind of threat is there that it's going to take two Kryptonians
and Lex Luthor. Brainiac.
It's kind of going to have to, right?
And probably a super dog.
Oh yeah, and a super dog, yeah. So it's a lot.
Don't worry, Crypto. He was trying to leave you out. I got you.
Speaking of that, if you're expecting as much crypto in this as we got in Superman, that's not the case.
I gotta say, I'm actually incredibly surprised at the restraint.
Same. I was expecting something different, but
I was actually expecting about what we got.
So.
I actually kind of wish it were flipped.
A little bit.
Like if we had the amount of crypto we had in this movie in Superman, and then the amount of crypto we had in Superman in this movie.
Well, see, I think he might have, I know that there was a lot of complaints in Superman that it was there's too much crypto. So maybe he dialed it back.
Maybe they adjusted.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. And I guess the thing with a crypto is he's here, so you have to do something with him moving forward.
Yeah,
it's hard to. It's the difficulty of writing super powerful characters. It's my worry with the Sentry moving forward. We have to find something for him to do. Even Marvel Comics at times just kind of tucks him away in the corner. Hope you forget about him.
Yeah.
But
Shang-Chi.
Oh boy.
Rest in peace.
He's not dead.
Well, we don't know that.
That's true.
We haven't seen him in years.
Oh,
it's been half a decade.
Yeah, okay. Jesus, yeah, it has. So I mean, there's not a whole lot we can say about Krem. I do want to say this. You talked about how you got Cantina vibes for a certain part, and so did I. But also I got some Men in Black vibes too.
Yeah.
And that made me smile because, I love Men in Black, the first one. And so, I really appreciated that. And I think it goes back to the practicality of some of the costumes and just some of the wacky and zany characters that we get that the movie doesn't tell you anything about. They're just, this is what they are, and you can take it or leave it.
Men in Black is Indiana Jones for me. It's 1 and 3 are great. 2 is okay, and 4 doesn't exist.
I'll be honest, I forgot that was 4 was Chris Hemsworth
and Tessa Thompson.
That's right. That's right. Wow.
And it was straight garbage.
Sheesh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I actually watched the Men in Black trilogy maybe last year, and I forgot the entirety of 2. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, this is why.
Yeah.
I trauma deleted this. This movie is terrible.
It has its moments.
Yeah, that's like a throwback war. If someone were to do that movie,
you think it's that bad? You think it's war worthy?
There's a creature in the movie that has Johnny Knoxville as a head.
That's true. I mean,
and they're in the movie way more than they ought to be.
I thought you were going to mention the Balchinian. No, you went to Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah. I was going in order of severity. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a Balchinian in the first one, isn't there?
I think he's in the second one. I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho, speaking of Balchinians,
That's a hell of a segue, sir. There were some really cool aliens in this.
Yeah, I got it. Speaking of Balchinians, there is a creature here who claims to have no balls.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he meant that literally or metaphorically.
Lloyd was adorable.
You know, I don't think it was, but when that character first started talking, I thought it was fucking Seth Rogen.
Oh no. You know what? If it was Seth Rogen, they would have had him do the laugh at some point.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who it actually was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I recognized the voice. While you look that up, we also briefly spoke about the pacing of this thing. Kay, did you feel like this thing had a good flow to it?
Yeah, I thought it did. I thought that it kind of like kept you on your toes. It gave you enough time to take in the information that it gave you, but then it moved along. Like, you needed to keep up with it.
Right.
So it's kind of like being on a treadmill a little bit.
Yeah, like if you don't keep up, you're going to fall the fuck off, and you're going to be really embarrassed and then go to a different gym from now on. and that's a whole process because it's almost impossible to cancel the gym membership. And so you're going to be in that limbo space where you're spending money on 2 memberships while you get one canceled and you sign up for a new one. And it's a whole thing.
That sounds like you've been there before.
Yeah.
That was real specific.
Of course not. All I'm saying is sidebar, don't hit on somebody at the gym unless you for sure that they're into you, because otherwise it's real awkward. You have to change gyms.
And that shit's hard. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There, you basically you be better luck getting divorced and getting out of your prenup than changing your gym membership.
Right.
I did not find it, but interestingly enough, there is a guy in the credits that's just credited as Skeevy Dude.
Oh, I love that.
I was like, that could have been so
That
many.
could have been any of them.
Now I need to go back and listen because I could just be making this up, but I feel like there was somebody who at one point was called like you're a skeevy dude. I could be making that up.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe not. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Seems like it would have been in one of the cantinas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe she called him that because she did kind of like throw out little clips like that at people. Yeah.
Yeah. Unlike the book, I think the visuals are a mixed bag in this. I think sometimes it looks like Mad Max being filmed in the volume, and then sometimes it looks really good. And there are a few shots that do sort of mimic the book in the best way. I really won't give any of those away because they're just really nice shots. But and then there's one shot in the movie that I'll talk about in the second half that is not in the book that, well, it kind of is, but it actually was done better here. So I definitely want to talk about that. Yeah. You brought up the music. This thing kind of has a score and a soundtrack. What did you guys think about the needle drops in this thing?
I thought that the needle drops were fun, and it matches the vibe of Supergirl. And not to compare it to Superman, but I overall enjoyed the music in that more. Superman had that really kind of heart-tugging score where they, in several different ways, they riff from the original 1970 score, John Williams score. Whereas, with this one here, it felt like it was more heavily leaning on the needle drop moments, which were a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but it didn't have that same kind of impact. But I thought the music here was enjoyable. It made sense. I really need to. I have to watch this movie again to understand Kara's taste in music, because right now I don't really know what it is.
I'm not entirely sure she knows what it is. She's still figuring out Earth.
It's true. And we'll talk about that in the second half. I was going to ask, how long do we think she's been earthing?
I liked the music here. I like that her needle drop moments, like you said, they reflect the tone of this movie. There's a scene that's kind of similar to the Mr. Terrific scene.
Yeah.
But it is a lot more slow and and I'd say also thorough, right? But it just has a much different vibe to it. It's kind of the opposite vibe of that moment in Superman. And I think that was done intentionally, and I appreciated it.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed that part.
What else we got?
I think visually, I didn't like what they did with Krim versus how he was in the graphic novel. In the graphic novel, he could have just been a dude.
Yeah.
He could have just been someone. But this time, it's like they needed to put it into your face. He is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and I'm just like, but sometimes the worst people are the ones who just look like a normal person. Couldn't he have just been a normal person? But no, they kind of like made him look like he's evil. I don't really like that.
I'm mostly with you on that. The only reason I would provide any kind of pushback to that would be because, not to get into any kind of spoilers, but Krim is a little different here in the movie than he is in the comic books. Had they stuck to how he is in the comics, then I would have 100% just preferred, just get me a regular looking dude, who happens to be a scumbag. But they were going for something slightly different here. And I think they did so out of necessity, trying to figure out how do we make this so he's maybe more threatening of a villain.
Maybe? I don't know. I didn't like it.
What's interesting is that like his right hand man looked more like Krim than Krim did here. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah. And that's probably a nod.
Probably. Yeah. Let me ask you guys this, and this is going to be really fun and difficult to answer without spoilers. Which ending did you prefer, Woman of Tomorrow or this movie?
This movie.
Okay.
Oh, the book, 100%, 100,000 times the book.
Okay.
Yeah, every day, twice on Sunday, the book. Fuck. Yeah.
I would like to explain, but I cannot.
You making me think about this right before we score it. It's just dragging my score down.
Oh no!
How dare you?
Shit.
It's fueling my rage.
Let me ask you something happier before we score. Shit, I got nothing.
So do we like? I mean, what do you guys did you like the book more or the movie more? Like just the whole thing.
Oh.
I know with you this is probably easy.
See, I don't know because Millie makes me want to like the movie more. But I really like a lot of the heart-wrenching parts that they left out of the book. I don't know how to expand on that without spoilers, but there's a whole section that I thought should have been in the movie that was not really, and they tried to kind of walk the line with that a little bit, but it didn't hit the same. At least it didn't for me. So, maybe the book.
What about you, Ace?
Yeah, so like I said at the top of the podcast, there are certain things that the movie does that I like more, certain things that the book did that I actually enjoyed more. And some of them are close, but some of them are really not that close. But overall, I gotta say I enjoyed the movie more because I'll sit down and watch the movie again. I'm not in a hurry.
What? No.
I'm not quite in a hurry to read Woman of Tomorrow for the third time.
I feel you on that. If you give me Millie and Ruthie from the movie and put those into the book, we have the perfect...
we got a great marriage.
Yeah, man. We got like a 10 out of fucking 10 just about there. But
we got something. We're cooking with something then.
Yeah, we really are. But I don't know, man. Like, part of me really wanted to see, like, okay, what would the original idea for the story with Lobo being in it, like, what would that have kind of looked like? And I'm like, man, I'm so glad I didn't put Lobo in that shit.
Because I think you had like a theory, or maybe it was the original script that you were referring to last week about how, maybe Lobo was going to kind of be like the antithesis of what Kara was trying to teach Ruthie.
Yeah.
And like that could have played something that was more impactful. But they don't really go that route here with Lobo here. He's just here for fan service, here to be like, oh shit, it's Lobo.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a little. Like, there's just a little, I can't really go into it though, but they hint at it, but that thread gets dropped immediately, you know?
Yeah.
So, which performance of Jason Momoa's do you like more, Arthur or Lobo?
Oh, Aquaman 1 or Aquaman 2, because those are...
Yeah.
So, like, Aquaman...
Or Justice League.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Justice League doesn't exist
So-
to me.
well, you ain't... What's crazy about that is that you've never seen the bad one.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just ranking Jason Momoa performances. Okay, I'll rank them for you. So in the top spot we have Snyder Cut, and then this is gonna piss some people off. Number 2 spot we have the Justice League.
Oh shit!
Because Arthur's not the problem in that.
Yeah.
He was hilarious in that. Like, there was actually quite a few scenes where I was like, okay. And then we find out in Snyder Cut that those were actually not Zach's scenes. And I was like, okay, so Josh just like 97% fucked this movie up. So then Aquaman 1, and then Supergirl, and then Aquaman 2, because Aquaman 2, he's not even Arthur. He's just fucking Jason Momoa. Like, Jason Momoa smoked a bowl.
Yeah.
Underwater.
Getting the fat check.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I have the discipline to rank them just like that. But I will say, if we get more long form Lobo in the future, then I don't see how Lobo won't take that number 1 spot for me.
Do you think they're gonna do a Lobo movie?
For me, Lobo is a lot like Deadpool in the sense of I like the character, but in certain doses, or he's got to have somebody to be like the anchor,
So a Lobo Wolverine movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm not saying I would hate that. I think that I don't think we're gonna get it. But
they fought once in the comic book. Somehow Wolverine won. That's how you know this is just a popularity contest.
Yeah.
So why do you think they put Lobo in the movie?
They put Lobo in this Supergirl movie because, one, they can. He's a space racing bounty hunter. They thought that this would be a good fit, and most importantly, Lobo is popular. And not saying that Supergirl isn't, she definitely is, but they wanted to make sure that they got all bases covered.
Yeah, no, they needed something for the dude bros. Because girls, oh no, the tits.
Oh shit! Well, I'm glad that you were the first person to bring up tits here.
Did he?
He literally called her tits.
Yeah. See, when he said it in the movie, I thought that maybe he was just he was trying to say toots.
No, he said tits.
But it's just in the accent, But I was like, nah, I'm pretty sure he said tits.
He did. He said tits.
See, I thought he said dits.
Oh no. It was definitely a.
It was tits. He called her tits.
I mean, well,
But yeah, that's for all the dude bros, the ones that girls can't read comics or understand how they work. Like that's that's my opinion on why Lobo was there.
I don't want to put that on Lobo.
No, it's not Lobo's fault.
Yeah.
Lobo as a character is fine, but the reason he's in this movie
It's for those.
is for the dick back nerds.
For the chuds.
Oh no.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but yeah. That's
Probably.
my guess. This is why he's there.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they used him fully. There was. It felt like a missed opportunity.
He could have done more for sure had they wanted him to or needed him to.
I was glad that he was in the movie a little too much for me. Like,
He was barely in it.
I was really hoping that we were going to get maybe half of what we got. I don't know. I guess if you're just a fan of the character, I thought the visual, like I thought he looked perfect in the outfit and everything, and embodied the look of the character. But maybe I'm just not a huge fan of the character, right? Like, maybe the character isn't for me, or maybe I just haven't read the definitive Lobo work. I'm sure you can fix that for me at some point in the future. Maybe that's it, but here, like, I'm very glad that we didn't just get fucking Jason Momoa like we've been getting a lot lately. So
yeah. He actually did put in an attempt to do a performance here. Like, it wasn't just like, hey, I'm Jason Momoa, So thankfully, he showed up to work.
I will say though that it is odd that him and Wolverine both very big on cigars.
I mean, listen, if you have any kind of healing factor, then why not?
That's true.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are we ready to score this thing?
I think we are.
All right. Well, as we know, the guests get to go first. So.
Oh my gosh! That was. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm giving it that because there were some things that I thought they could have done better, but I very much enjoyed it. But I enjoyed the book more, so I can't rate it higher than the book. So 7.5.
That's fair.
Understandable.
It's me, right?
Yes,
you
you.
did Spider Noir. Okay, I went last on Spider Noir.
Yep.
No.
I went last on Spider Noir, so.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah. Big dog.
This movie is not perfect, but man, it does some things that I really enjoy. We talked about Millie. I spoke about how I like, the little Lobo scenes that we got. This for me is definitely the definitive Ruthie overall because she doesn't talk till my ears bleed, and we still understand who this character is. I think that a lot of the action in this movie works. They mostly hit the emotional scenes that they need to, even if the movie is missing some of the nuance that the book has with that. Maybe it's missing a lot of the nuance that the book had, actually, which is saying something because I don't love Woman of Tomorrow. But with that being said, there's just some things I have to be honest about that I really enjoyed more about Woman of Tomorrow than I did this. However, overall, I had a much better experience with this Supergirl movie than I did reading Woman of Tomorrow. I think that it's well paced. It's a fun action romp, and again, just to reiterate this, it doesn't do anything new for me that's going to reinvent the wheel or the superhero genre. It's a fun action superhero movie that you can gladly put on and not have your senses being offended. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10.
Well, I'm actually going to be in between you two, physically and ideologically. I definitely like things from the book. Like, if you had taken the book, and made me a bulleted list of the major plot points and the themes, if this movie had hit all of those, I would be rating it much, much, much higher. Probably in the 9 territory if it had pulled off what the book did, but while making the changes that we were talking about. Basically, if the book had been the script, they'd have cut a little bit of the brigand stuff out, and we'd have had Millie and Ruthie from this movie. If they'd have done all of that, I'd be scoring this thing up there with Superman, right? But it doesn't rise to that occasion, but like you said, it's a really fun movie. I would watch it again. I really enjoyed it. I probably will watch it again. it's not going to offend you. Is it tropey? Yeah, there's a lot of times where they took the nuance of the book and they just said, well, we're going to put this Hollywood trope in here instead and adapt this. It really, to me, reeks of not having faith in the intelligence of the audience. But I did enjoy it, and I am going to give it a 7.2 out of 10.
Well, there you have it. At least this time we're all in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're, let's see, Spider-Man, I was like way off from the crew. Oh, Spider Noir. Yeah. Speaking of spiders, which neither of us are a fan of.
I don't mind them.
We're going to bullshit a little bit here as we mosey on into the spoiler territory, so we're going to give you guys some time. If your phone's across the room and you're listening to this, you got time to get up and go over there if you don't want any spoilers. Have you seen the Spider-Man trailer, the new one?
Yes.
Okay. What did you think of it? Have you excited for the movie?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the movie. It's going to be great.
Yes.
I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
I think when we last talked on here, I had not.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you told me about it, and then James was like asking me if I had seen it, and I was like, no, I haven't seen it yet. So after like the second time of being asked if I had seen it, I was like, give me a second, and I just went and watched it on YouTube.
So let me ask you, both of you, who's the main villain in this thing?
At this point, and we talked about this a little bit last week, at this point, if it's not Jean, the internet is going to be pissed. Like,
Do you think that she's really like the villain?
I think so. It would be interesting, right, if instead of what they did every other time, which did not work at all, what if we actually got the Phoenix first?
That's what I was just thinking. What if it's the Phoenix?
Well, then Spider-Man's dead. Last Spider-Man movie.
Well, but unless that's not the Phoenix's goal, right? Like, if the Phoenix is trying to do something else. But yeah, I agree. Like, it would be interesting if we got, like, maybe hints of the Phoenix first, and then we got Jean, I don't know how they go about it. Or they could just start with a villainous Jean Grey. Like, they can always have whatever she's trying to do be, like, almost in a Magneto kind of vein, where it's like, okay, well, it is the right thing, but being accomplished in the wrong way.
I think that... I think if anything, it's probably maybe Damage Control that is acting as like the de facto bad guys in this, because we know that they're here. And I think that if I had to guess, I'm going to say that Jean, she's doing bad things, seemingly bad things, but out of like survival, not so much out of spite or, not so much trying to be a thorn in Spider-Man's side. I think she's trying to find a way to survive. And maybe I think at this point, because of how young we have to assume that this version of Jean Grey is, maybe Professor X is getting the school up and running as we speak. Yeah. And maybe she didn't have that place to go yet, or she didn't know about this place yet that she can go. Or maybe, hell, she's in New York. Maybe she's trying to get to Westchester. To where the X Mansion is in upstate New York. It's hard to say, but I think that she's probably thinking that Spider-Man is maybe being sent by Damage Control to stop her. Maybe, she's thinking that, there's another one of these superpowered people or, goons who's trying to, stop me, blah, blah, blah. I think that it's going to be one of those cases of miscommunication, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean, we already got some villainous shit from Damage Control in Wonder Man.
Yeah.
So, have you seen that? Oh, that's a good one. You'd really like that.
I think you would.
You would love that. Yes.
Tremel Tillman from Severance, he is the head of Damage Control in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I love Severance.
Yeah, yes. I had no idea what to make of that show when I first started watching it, and especially that character that he plays. I forget the name of his character.
He's like the supervisor, right?
Yeah. He'd be like
Milchick.
Yeah,
yes,
Milchick.
yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
I
Yeah.
was like M.
But he is in this, and I'm pretty sure he's functioning as the head of Damage Control. So
I loved him in Severance.
Yeah.
Severance was really good.
He's probably the best actor in that, and all the performances in that show are tremendous.
I don't know. I really love the actress that plays Helly.
Yeah.
yeah, she's good.
Yeah, when you get the twist around her and then get to see the two different characters, like, that shit is, like, Emmy worthy.
Yeah.
I think it did win a bunch of stuff,
think it
right?
did.
Yeah.
It's very subtle, and I appreciate that.
The thing that always got me about Severance was like whenever you see them get on the elevator and like just the subtle and bold acting that's done because you see the change, but it's so subtle.
Yeah.
Like I really dig that.
I mean, that's a very difficult acting job for you to be one character and then you need to be like 10% different, but you're the same. You got the same clothes on.
Right.
You pretty much have to convey it all with just your mannerisms.
Yeah.
And that shit is hard.
How much money would it have to offer you to work for a place like that?
Oh, well, I mean, here's the thing. Me personally, I should be okay-ish, because I'm not going to be there.
Right.
I'm just going to be raking in them checks.
Yeah.
But my innie is going to be a son of a bitch. And so I'm probably not going to do it. Because my innie is going to figure out how to get out of it.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
Like, yeah. And if not, there's no telling what the fuck he's going to do to me.
The waivers you have to sign because like the rates have got to be through the roof.
Right, yeah.
You know, theoretically. You know, speaking of really dark things, I wanted to do a little show and tell here. I got something that just came in today, and I thought it was super appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, we can take one, pass it down. Take a look at that.
This is Absolute Red Sun. I am a
Yes.
big fan of this. Have we ever reviewed that on the show?
I don't believe we have. It is it's a
This
great.
is really nice.
Yeah. You can slide out the slipcase, and it is a really, really nice book, man.
Oh, that's a nice cover.
So if you guys have ever wondered what would it look like if Superman, instead of landing in Kansas, landed in like
In Russia.
in Ukraine under Jim Stalin.
Oh, is it Ukraine? It was part of the Soviet Union at the time, though. Yeah, okay.
Soviet Union. So yeah.
Smells good.
Yes, has that new book smell.
Red Sun is a great one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Soviet Russia,
In Soviet Russia.
Superman fuck you up. I'm like, that's what he does everywhere.
But there's
Oh
There's
shit!
more.
Oh shit!
yes.
Here,
It's
hold that for me.
It's a very super
Yeah.
super
Well,
haul here.
I won't be joining you guys for the spoiler part. I will be rereading All-Star Superman.
Yes.
Holy shit, this is beautiful.
Yeah, man. I saw it on sale, and I said,
Time. It's time.
What you think is happening is happening.
What do you think is happening?
Yeah. There's some him and Lois.
yeah. I mean, you know,
There's they don't fade to black.
Oh,
in
that's
this.
nice.
Yeah,
I
there's
appreciate that.
hey,
there's definitely all the fun times.
a little bit of super spice, you know.
I do love some smut.
Yeah.
This is a great book. This is the in my opinion. Well, I feel like I'm not the only one with this opinion, but this is pretty much the definitive Kal-El. Like Woman of Tomorrow is for Kara. This is Clark's. Like
is
magnum opus kind of.
This is nice too. These are really nice.
yeah. Thank you.
What are these running about? 130?
So I think that one was listed for 125. Red Sun, because it's a smaller book, retails at 100.
Yeah, check the back cover. You'll really like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's nice. And then also, like, I love how on the front of that dust jacket, it's vague, but like Superman is written up in the sun.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's real. You see it?
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
I need to read this.
Oh yeah.
You really do.
you would like
I have it at the house.
I'll take it off the bookshelf.
The one I have is not beautiful like that, though.
Well, last but not least.
Oh, there's more.
Oh man, okay.
This is a beast of a book.
Is that just straight up absolute Superman?
So this was created by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. They're the same duo that did Doomsday Clock.
But not to be confused with Absolute Superman.
Not to be confused with Absolute Superman. That's correct. That is correct.
That's confusing.
It is. And I said that when they made the Absolute line, that how are they gonna square that?
I do like that hard case.
Yes.
Oh wow, this Brainiac art.
Yeah.
And there's the Woman of Tomorrow
She
herself.
is, right there.
Yeah. This is
Oh wow. This is chunky.
Yeah. So is this just like a like definitive works of Superman, or is it all from Silver Age, or
no? Actually, it's most of that content is from like 2009ish.
Is that New 52?
Right before New 52.
Okay.
So it's like like that OG Superman leading up to that point before we get to New 52.
Gotcha.
But it's a lot of really good stories in there. And they took all those stories by Jeff Johnson and Gary Frank, and they compiled them into that beautiful Absolute edition there.
Well,
It also smells good.
Yes.
I truly adore what they did in Doomsday Clock.
Yes.
And, I mean, to the point that, for a very long time, Hush has been my favorite graphic novel. And now, to Doomsday Clock's credit, like if you ask me, it just depends on the mood I'm in and the time of day. I might say Hush and I might say Doomsday Clock.
Right.
I had no idea that I was going to love it that much when you were like, when you should review it. Mm-hmm. I should have known when you didn't immediately decry it as blasphemy as a Watchmen sequel,
Yeah. That's kind of like the big tale.
Yeah. But I was blown away by how much I really enjoyed that. And it is, I like it as a Superman story more than All-Star even.
And that's saying something, right? Because I remember saying to you that Doomsday Clock is really a Superman story.
He does say that to me. And when you open up the front cover, there's actually a Superman logo in it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, cool. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right. And I think the version you let me borrow, is it 2 books?
Yep, it's the 2-book version.
Yeah. Okay, so it's in 2 volumes. And I'm sitting there, and like, Clark is not in it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And literally, he shows up at the very end of volume 1. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then you start volume 2, and it's like, where the fuck is he? Yeah. But then you pretty quickly get, and then there's more and more and more of him. But yeah, it is. I agree with you. It is really a Superman story, but it's also an ensemble in the point. Like Superman gets the most, and then second billing is probably Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
But then the whole rest of the cast gets a really great, spotlight too. Nobody really got left behind. Nobody got Avengers 1 Hawkeye.
Well, with that being said, I think we've moseyed enough.
We have. So from here forward, everything will be spoiler-filled, spoilerific, all the way through for Supergirl. What do we want to talk about first?
We got a lot of places we can go.
Let's start with her cape.
Oh.
Because we hadn't touched on that yet, which I guess technically isn't a spoiler.
We could have done that in the first half, but here we go.
But we need to talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her cape in this movie was actually made from one of Christopher Reeve's capes. It was not actually the one that's in the original Christopher Reeve Superman, but it was actually one of the ones that that they did costume tests and stuff in. So he did wear it, just not in the movie. And I thought that was really cool. I love her outfit in this. I mean, it was stellar. Like, we haven't gotten a ton of Supergirl costumes, but out of like the 5 or 6 we've gotten, this was miles ahead of the rest. You also know I'm very picky about the cape. I really like the cape that kind of comes down more on both Clark and Kara. Yeah. And, I mean, I have no complaints, no notes on this costume.
Yeah, first of all, the cape detail I thought was a really cool thing that they did. Finding that old cape and kind of or altering it to make Kara's cape in this movie. I think that's really cool. And yeah, her outfit was great. And it's one of those things where the movie kind of makes you wait a little bit before you see her in her full Supergirl getup. But when you do, it's really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of also like her accepting.
Yeah.
So it was kind of nice of her, like, okay, this is part of who I am.
Yeah.
It didn't mean anything before.
I didn't mean to cut you off. That is a major difference, right, between the way that the movie is set up and the book is set up. In Woman of Tomorrow, she is already really Supergirl.
Yeah.
But in this movie, we kind of see her become Supergirl.
Yeah.
You can tell that Clark kind of gives her the fit, and she's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just an outfit. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Such a far cry from the way that Kal-El looks at it.
Yeah. I think that she kind of like embraced everything, like with Kal-El and Earth and Kal-El being Clark. And I don't know, I think it became like a symbol. Whereas in the book, she didn't really have that growth. The growth in the book was more about Ruthie. The growth was more about her.
Yeah, that is kind of like a difference, right, between the two, is that, I mean, if we're being 100% honest, the protagonist in Woman of Tomorrow is Ruthie. And the protagonist here in this movie is Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also has to do with like the POV that we're getting it from. Obviously, Woman of Tomorrow, the POV is from Ruthie. Here in this movie, the POV is, when there is one, is certainly more from Kara.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta talk about this fucking ending.
I had a feeling you would.
All right, let's go, and I'll tell you why I actually liked it.
All right, so the way that the graphic novel ends, right? We get the unreliable narrator bit with Ruthie. I understand a little bit why they didn't do that in the movie, because it's harder to do in a movie than it is in a book. Yeah. However, I fucking hated in this movie where they just had her kill him.
No, I loved it.
Oh, God, I hated it. I knew that they weren't going to do the whole, like, 200 years into the future thing, because obviously they don't want to, like, lock the timeline in.
Yeah.
Like, obviously they don't want it to be like anytime something were to happen to Kara, you just know, oh, well, she's alive 200 years from now, she's fine. Obviously, we know they're not going to kill her on screen anyway, but leaving that little bit of doubt is worth something. So I didn't think they were going to do that, but I really would have loved if the true ending to this movie, like right after she stabbed him, we then would have got the reveal that Ruthie was the unreliable narrator, that she lied, and she's just like, that's what we told everyone, and then maybe they show him in some kind of prison. Maybe Lobo puts him somewhere.
Hell, he can be in the Phantom Zone. Like,
yeah.
They can still put him in like, there's a couple of cheap things that they could, when I say cheap, I mean things that could have done that maybe wouldn't have been like top tier storytelling, but a way out of their little narrative corner that they pinned themselves in. The Phantom Zone is one.
Yeah.
They can throw him in there. And number two, his own arrogance or whatever can be his own downfall. Like, he thinks he's got them dead to rights. Fucking banana peel out of nowhere, and he falls in the fucking propeller. Like, there's 1,000 ways that the villain accidentally causes their own demise.
Yeah.
So
I hated here that she preached at Ruthie the whole time about, like, oh, the revenge isn't going to make you feel any better, which is fine. That's like what the story is actually about. But then she kills him anyway. And I hated that. I also, really wish, and this is something that hit me while we were watching the movie, and I think it's a huge squander that they didn't do this. So when Krypto gets shot and goes to the vet, as we know in the book, Kara lies to Ruthie. And she's like, yeah, I'll come with you because I need this antidote for my dog. As it turns out in the book, she never needed the antidote. Krypto was with the vet, and Krypto was fine.
Yep.
In the movie, Kara, and they make very much a point to show this, Kara doesn't speak the language that the vet speaks.
Yeah.
But Ruthie does. So Ruthie is translating for the vet to Kara. So what I assumed they were going to do, and I'm disappointed that they didn't, is that Ruthie lied to Kara and said that about the antidote to make her come with her. And take her with her.
That would have been clever.
it would have been great, but they fucking didn't do that, and it was just a stupid ass fucking Hollywood. I got to get this antidote for my dog story, and I fucking hate it. Anyway.
Take a deep breath.
ASMR for you guys there.
Okay, so here's why I like that she killed his ass. Because he needed to fucking die. He needed to die.
The one in the boat needed to die.
Someone needed to kill him, and it could not have been Ruthie. Because the whole thing was Ruthie was, gonna see the greater good. That's what she was trying to get her to see, that, she didn't need to, have this revenge. But Kara is already past that. And I think that when she put on the suit, she accepted that she is a protector, and she is protecting Ruthie from herself. And that means that this dude's gotta fucking die. And so Ruthie's not gonna do it, but she'll do it for Ruthie. Just also, I think that totally separates her from Clark, because Clark would not have killed him. But Kara...
Fucking Zack Snyder Clark would have killed him.
Yeah, I know, which is something I always had a problem with.
Yeah.
If he needed to, Zack Snyder's would have killed him.
Yeah, see, and that's just something I always had issues with. Clark would not have killed Krim of the Yellow Hills, ever. But Kara's like, yeah, she would. And the thing about that is that Earth needs both of those.
Yeah, I don't know how Clark feels about that, but I agree.
Yeah.
I guess to add a little bit more, credence to what Kay's saying here, I look at it like this too. There's that scene when we get one of our needle drop moments, and Kara, she's going around and she's fucking up all the, all the space pirates, and Ruthie's right there in the middle of it, and Ruthie's taking in all this carnage and death and destruction. Because Kara's straight up killing these guys.
Oh, yeah.
And
she's a really good lawyer. They're fine.
Yeah. but I remember thinking, I was prepared to be upset if they pulled The Last of Us 2 and preach about the sanctity of life and about the cycle of violence. Meanwhile, she's killing all these people and then hesitates to kill Krim. I would have hated that too. Because, so what, you'll kill all these other guys because they're no names, just like, fucking Abby or Ellie in Last of Us Part 2. But then when it comes to your main ops, now it's an issue of morality. And they didn't do that here.
Yeah, killing was never the issue for her. It was Ruthie killing him. Killing was a problem.
Yeah, but okay, so if you want to... I don't want to use this analogy, but I will. Mm-hmm. If you want to take the Zack Snyder Superman, right, and in no way is this a definitive Superman for me or even close. But, he wouldn't have killed Zod unless Zod was about to straight up murder that family of people.
Yeah.
Which he was about to do.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a big difference when there's people sitting here shooting or throwing guns and knives at Ruthie and she's just killing them versus killing someone for revenge. It's a big difference between killing someone to protect somebody and killing someone because you hate them. Kaladin Stormblessed would be very disappointed in you.
That's okay.
And I think that's the difference here is that she's this is for shooting my fucking dog and then kills him. It just, to me, it breaks superhero homie rule number 1, which is the integrity of the character.
See, I don't really think it does because Kara has never been Clark, and she will never be Clark.
I don't want her to be Clark.
She's not going to live up to the Golden Boy. She's not in that hemisphere, really. She is more Kryptonian than him, and she is not human. And she came to terms with her, I'm going to do a protector kind of mode when she put on the suit and everything. She came to terms, I think, with that half of herself. But she's still not him, and she will do what she has to do, and a lot of the things I think that he wouldn't or couldn't do. And I think that is actually going to be a fun dynamic that we're going to get to see in the future. Because he's gonna have problems, I think, with her, and she's gonna have problems with him being too good.
Yeah.
She's not Clark, but she's not Frank Castle either.
No, but she has a lot of Frank-esque trauma.
I mean, I'll go to a positive here. The scene I referenced earlier, and I think easily the most emotional scene in the whole movie, and there were quite a few very good ones. When her dad sends her off in the pod, like that got me.
Yeah, that whole thing got me.
And the soundtrack and all that they play in that. And that's why, honestly, the Krypton shit could have used more time, because in the book, we get to see the true level of the devastation. Yeah. In the movie, we get to see her burying her mom. I would have loved if they'd even just given us like a 15-second shot of maybe her walking past all the graves, you know, or like them clearing out whole buildings and sections of the city that are now empty and using those as graves.
And them trying to, like, stop the radiation, because that was a good bit of the book, was them trying to stop that. But they didn't even really show a montage of them trying to stop it, basically just saying, it is what it is, we're going to die.
We're fucked.
Yeah. And like, but the moment that I thought was even better than the book is the moment she flies up into space and does the scream.
I loved that. That was visceral. That was amazing.
Yeah.
The way she acted that scene was just chef's kiss perfect. And all of the sound, as it would have been in space, all of the sound coming out of the movie, and just you just have the black backdrop of space and Millie and the cameras on her and her expression there, and that's it. And that scene, it's probably my favorite part of the whole movie.
It was really good.
Yeah.
So I have a real love-hate relationship with this Krypton scene. I love it for the emotional impact of it, but man, I hate it for the changes that it made that I think are just wildly unnecessary and kind of lessens, in my opinion, the impact of the destruction of Krypton and what it would have on Kara. So for one thing, like in no way, shape, or form is she older than Clark now. Like, she is definitively younger than Clark.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they even go so far as to say that she was born technically post-destruction of Krypton. I don't like that.
I don't like it at all.
Didn't really like that either. I was like, okay, well, that's a choice you could make.
Yeah. So she was born in this movie, she was born on a section of Krypton that was struggling to survive.
Argo, is that?
Yeah, it's Argo City.
And that's not quite the same as seeing your planet, or, you know, coming up on your planet and then seeing it for what it is, and then witnessing like just the total mayhem and carnage of that planet being destroyed. And then also, I don't care for the fact also that she didn't get to see or know in any way, shape, or regard her baby cousin. You know, so like when Clark goes off, she wasn't even thought about yet. And also, how irresponsible of it do you have to be as parents to bring a child into a world that you know is living on borrowed time? Like, oh, come on.
Well, to be fair, they didn't.
They fucking should have.
The radiation poisoning had not become a thing yet.
Yeah, and
that does explain, though, why it didn't affect her. Because if it took a decade to affect all of them, like, obviously, okay, she wasn't exposed to it, or maybe was even born with it. And they could have gone that route where, like, you know, maybe she is not as heavily affected by kryptonite as Clark because of that, right? That she was kind of born into that radiation. But they didn't really do any of that.
Yeah.
But it does explain.
They could explain more in the next movie.
Yeah, they could lean into that. I don't think they will, because I don't think they thought about that at all.
No.
But that would be interesting if they did.
I'm with you. I didn't like that. She's supposed to be older than him. The whole idea of like this, her kind of fucking off, is like actually the fact that she's supposed to be sent there to protect him.
Yeah.
And when she gets there, it's too late, and like he's already grown up and everything. It's just like, well, job's finished.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. So she feels even more like kind of hopeless than what she did previously. Because when she gets sent off, her whole thing is, well, my life, my past, my family, my heritage, it's all gone. But I have a purpose still. I can protect my baby cousin. And she gets to Earth. Who is this grown ass man who claims to be a Kryptonian? And so it was just a choice that they made, and I'm not really sure why they chose to go that route. Because I like the fact that she in this movie has certain growing pains that Clark never will. But I think a part of it also just comes with having witnessed more.
Yeah.
Isn't there a version of her origin where she's actually from Kandor?
I believe, yeah. But she gets out of there before it shrinks.
Right, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, because I think she like shows up looking for it, right?
Mm-hmm. And Clark has the shrunken city of Kandor,
Yeah. He has it in All-Star Superman, actually.
He does. Actually, fun fact, and Batman, the Master Race is the Kandorian people. They finally figured out a way to get them to full size, and surprise, they're a bunch of dickheads.
Yeah. Yeah, and pretty much all the versions I've seen where the Kryptonians get out of Kandor, they're always assholes.
Not good. Maybe you should like put them in like a red sun environment for a little while, just to see how they are.
Yeah. Because like there's actually versions where Zod was in there.
Yeah.
I think that's they actually do that in the season 9 of Smallville.
I'd be willing to bet a little bit of money that we see Kandor and Man of Tomorrow. Like maybe Brainiac has it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be interesting. I think Kara would flip shit.
Oh yeah.
She'd be livid.
She'd be big mad. What else we want to talk about here?
Krim. So
Krim has superpowers in this movie.
Yeah, I was like, when he stopped that thing from falling on him, I was like, excuse me, sir, what do you think you're doing?
It was a point early in the movie where they say that Krim has the strength of 1,000 men, and I brushed it off just thinking, oh, this is just Krim spreading propaganda about himself.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did too. But then when he called that fallen thing, I was like, you've got no.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. And
I was like, well, she's got the power of a locomotive.
Like, it's not 1939 no more, dog. Step up. Oh, man. And we all know why they did it, because they wanted to have a Kara and Krim fight, and if he's just some dude, then you can't do it. And now, does that miss a part of what Woman of Tomorrow was trying to say? Yeah, but...
Yeah. All the nuance was jettisoned.
Yeah.
Like Kara at the beginning of the movie.
Right. There's no Maypole stuff here.
No, they decided not to touch on that.
Yeah.
Disappoint.
Yeah.
I think they were scared of it.
I think so too.
Yeah, they were definitely afraid of it. No purples. I mean, they just tried to. It's like a almost a Top Gun Maverick level. Let's not be offensive to anyone. Which I dislike. There's just so much of the nuances gone with Krim. To me, making him a normal guy means that it's feasible for Ruthie to be able to kill him, especially with the dope ass sword.
Yeah.
Yet in the movie, it's you lose all of that, right? Because he's fucking Doomsday or whatever. Not quite on that level, but he's super powered, and so he's the strongest orc. And
wait a minute.
And it just there's no chance really that Ruthie ever could have been a threat to him. And so you lose all of that, right? All of that nuance from the book of like he's basically just some really bad fucking guy. He's skilled, but he's not like immortal or superpowered or anything like that. And so if Ruthie were to track him down, she would have a chance. Yeah. Especially in the book, he's tied up and she's got a dope ass sword. So she has every opportunity. She has to willingly make the choice not to kill him. Whereas here, you don't ever really get that nuance of it.
Even when she has him, at sword point, I didn't really buy that he was in that much danger. Like he's conscious and he still has use of his limbs. I don't see what's stopping him from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was interesting. Also, what do you guys think about the fact that there's no comet, no Bicron, fuckable horse that Kara has here?
I think that they didn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, so they were like,
The book never specified a length. But good for you, Comet.
Yeah. Kay, you mentioned how they didn't want to touch it. Tom King shouldn't have either, but he was like, fuck it. Literally.
Yeah, man. I was very glad they left out Comet.
Yeah.
We proposed in the Woman of Tomorrow preview that they were going to replace him with Crypto, and I'm honestly, I kind of got sad that they didn't, but
They replaced Crypto with Lobo in that case.
yeah, but you really couldn't because they went with the idea that he was sick the whole time.
Yeah, he was really hurt.
And honestly, I kind of thought that they may still go that route. Even is like when she gets shot with all the kryptonite, I was like, okay, so this is where Crypto shows up, and the whole audience is like, what the fuck? And then Ruthie's gonna admit that she lied.
Yeah.
Never happened.
No.
That's way too smart for this movie.
Yeah. So this movie, again, just giving it, finding more props to give it where I can. Sometimes you got to dig deep to find them, But this movie, as much nuance as it is missing from Woman of Tomorrow, it still has more nuance than the Flash did to Flashpoint.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, if that's the comparison that we're gonna make, I mean, here's the thing, right? Is like with Flash, they acted like.
wait, is this the Flash from the Justice League Snyder movies?
His own movie, yeah, his solo movie.
I hated it.
Yeah,
I
Israel.
hated it.
If you hated him in that,
Yeah, I hated him in Justice League, so I refused to watch Flashpoint because that was awful. It was awful.
So what you want to do is watch the animated Flashpoint Paradox, which is one of the best animated movies. DC has some absolute bangers, but Flashpoint Paradox is one of the best. I believe Michael Rosenbaum voices Barry in that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's done a lot of work as the Flash, actually.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he's both the best Lex and possibly the best Flash. So
You still think he's the best Lex?
I do. I'm sorry. I think he's super close though. I mean, they're different. Like they both have their own. Like it's close.
Well, we'll see what Man of Tomorrow has in store.
Yeah, it wasn't close, but now it's close. What's the new Lex's name?
Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas Holt. Yeah. It's like if Rosenbaum is 100%, Nicholas Holt's like 99%.
I think for Rosenbaum's Lex, it's like if he had more goodness,
Yeah.
because if Clark trusted him, that Lex could be good.
100%. Yeah.
This Lex,
Oh no.
nah.
he is straight on hater bullshit, and I love it.
He is damn near Eobard Thawne level petty, and that's the villain in Flashpoint. But also though, when I say that that it's close, that's a huge boon to Nicholas Holt, right? Because Nicholas Holt has like 30 minutes of screen time as Lex. Michael Rosenbaum has hours and hours and hours, like tens, if not hundreds of hours of screen time as Lex Luthor. And, really got to embody that role over 8 years.
Yeah.
And even, he's in the finale as well. And the only good part of season 10 of that show is like the when Lex comes back. So, that it's close after one movie is saying something about Nicholas Holt's ability to portray this character. And then I guess, his like 5 minutes in Peacemaker. or
Peacemaker,
whatever.
yep. I guess to bring this back around to Supergirl, what other spoilers do we want to talk about? I was going somewhere before I talked about the horse that she fucks. Where was I going with this? Yeah, we talked about there's no maypole here, which is kind of unfortunate because I think we all enjoyed the maypole stuff from the books.
I think what they were trying to do in the movies instead was with the girls, the brides.
Yeah.
That's where they tried to tug at your heartstrings, but really all that did was kind of just made me think of
Mad Max for me.
it was kind of Mad Max, but it was more like the kids in that what is it? Is it the
Stranger Things.
No,
It.
no.
I can keep naming movies with kids. Sandlot.
What are we talking about?
The kids. The girls remind me of the kids in Ragnarok.
Oh, Love and Thunder.
Well, so they're definitely supposed to be the concubines from
So the brides,
Fury Road.
Yeah.
the way that I felt about the brides were basically the way that I felt about like that group of kids, where it's kind of like they're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Do I don't not care, but
Yeah.
do I care? Nah, they're gonna be fine.
But, Krim did kill that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. But I kind of thought he was going to anyway.
Oh. See, the way this movie was playing it, I thought that... I will give this movie props for this. There are certain people who I thought were going to be safe just because movie rules by trope that were not safe.
That's true. I looked it up, by the way. That's actually not Rosenbaum in that movie. It's
Okay.
a guy named Justin Chambers. But they got Kevin Conroy, so they got the goated Batman, but not
wow.
the goated Barry. Weird.
And
But
which Batman did Conroy voice? Bruce?
yeah. Well, actually, they didn't list a separate person for Flashpoint Batman, so I'm guessing that he did both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, Michael B. Jordan was Cyborg in that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's a great. I mean, it's
I
stellar.
watched that. I'm not watching the
Yeah.
one with Ezra Miller.
And if you feel like it, I have a 1,400-page omnibus that also covers the entire Flash. Yeah, it's there. It's the big ass Flash book down there. Yeah,
Yeah.
very bottom. Can't miss it.
Oh yeah, I see it. There it is.
It's massive. But yeah, I mean, there is no comparison, right? Like if you're gonna look at like the movie to the graphic novel, holy shit! Like this was way closer to Woman of Tomorrow than that movie was to Flashpoint. As a matter of fact, that movie is almost like if you took everything that they decided not to do when they wrote Flashpoint, like if there was a point where like the editor or the writer was like, you know what, wait, maybe we'll do this and we'll put General Zod in it, and like they were like, if they just took all the outtakes and then made a movie out of the outtakes, it's kind of like all the shit they left on the cutting room floor. That's kind of what the Flash movie is. But I may hate that movie with a passion, but Nicolas Cage Superman is in it. He does fight a giant spider at the end, so
He does. It's got to count for something.
yeah. I mean, take it or leave it. Did you want it or not?
I'm sorry, my face did things.
You're like, I didn't want it. Actually, I specifically didn't want it.
So the reason I think, because I'm just going to let that sit there, that why I expected Krim to kill that girl was we needed to make sure to hone in the fact that he is a villain and he is evil. And so he killed another whole family.
Who is this now?
The chickadee.
No. This Krim character that you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right, Krim of the Yellow Hill.
Oh, that one.
That one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I was a little lost for a second.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Kind of like an evil Doug Dimmadome. You don't know who that
Which
is?
one?
The owner of the Doug
Oh,
Dimmadome.
okay.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for the clarification. What you guys think about Krim of the Yellow Hills killing Ruthie's entire family?
So I liked that she didn't have a shit ton of brothers.
She only had the one, right?
Only the one.
Yeah.
And I think that it kind of like made her journey more impactful, honestly. Because it sucks to lose your dad. Don't get me wrong. I lost my dad. I get it. It's tough. But when you see your entire family and then your house burn down, I don't know. It was just a bit more reason for her to go, you know?
Well, I'm going to tell you, she didn't have that much of a connection with her brother and her mom because she never mentioned them. She was like, he killed my father.
Prepare to die.
Yeah, prepare to die. I'm like...
She did say family a few times.
Oh, did she?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do love how the very first time we get Ruthie in the bar, it's the Ruthie from the book, right? Where she's just like, the yellow bubbles is all I can see.
Oh, no.
But everyone's just ignoring her, and then they actually have Kara, like, mock her, and that shit was great. That's one thing we didn't talk about. Like, the humor in this movie, I had some very genuine belly laughs from the humor in this movie. I thought most of it landed.
Yeah, I think for me, most of it landed.
Yeah. I liked how sassy they made Kara. It was very lovely.
Yeah, there was actually not a point where I felt like the humor was like forced or like where they went like, you know, some of the worst Marvel like MCU examples with it. It's like, oh well, this script doesn't have enough jokes in it. Add 80% more jokes.
Yeah. So and I knew this was coming, but I was wondering how they play it off. We didn't get any more Drew Globes. Orbs here. Instead, Kara just got the old okey doke and got duped into going on a planet that had a kryptonite sun.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, okay. Hate to be that guy, but it's like, Kara, you would have felt that miles away.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, so it doesn't hurt you till you see it? Is this werewolf rules? Like, do you have to see?
Also, if you know what the suns do and what she is, why would you take her to one that also had a yellow sun?
Bro, I thought for sure that when we panned to Ruthie and she's in the cell, I thought for sure they had like a kryptonite room set up for Kara.
Yeah.
No, they were like, no, she's fine down there. We got it.
Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, if, like, let's just say that, like, I just desperately wanted to beat the shit out of you. And,
oh, dear.
And, like, and someone was like, well, you could just invite him over to this room and, like, you know, one half of the day, like, he'll be, like, super weak and slow. And then the other half of the day is going to turn him into Homelander. I wouldn't take you there.
So, I guess it depends on what half of the day you take me there. And then, like, you know.
No, I'll be like, I'll figure out something else.
You just can't leave me in that room.
Yeah, like, do you got a room that just does the one thing?
Like, no. At 6:01, he's going to be the opposite of that.
Yeah, you're going to need to be finished beating that ass by about 6:55 or 5:55. Yeah. You're going to want to be gone by 6:01.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I thought that was definitely like a hole in that movie. And I get it right. They're not very smart, but still, have some self-preservation. You know that's a Kryptonian. You know that kryptonite is fucking her up. And you also know that kryptonite sun's going to go down and a yellow sun's going to come up.
Also, was it just me or like, did the rules of how badly kryptonite did or didn't affect her just kind of waver in this movie quite a bit?
It did. I mean, well, there's a few things, right? Like, at one point, I thought that Kara forgot that she has other super powers. Like you have super sight and super hearing, which they allude to at one point in the movie. But when she's looking for Krim, she's just, like, looking, but she's not utilizing her full superpowers here.
Yeah. They're like, you got to wear this bag over your head. Okay.
Yeah, so how long do we estimate Kara's been on Earth?
By the end? Like the final scene in the movie?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, since she first got to Earth, it's got to be 3 years, within 3 years.
Right.
Because Clark has only been Superman for 3 years.
Yeah, so the ending scene in this movie, are we thinking that is maybe, like, Is she supposed to be? Is she confirmed to be in Man of Tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, because when Clark was like, "Well, I really could have used your help with this last guy," but I was like, I don't know. So, actually, is the ending scene of Superman intended to be after her and Ruthie finish celebrating?
Well, it can be because Clark is watching Crypto, and unless
Oh, right, yes. So I guess that's really my question is like obviously the events of Superman have to have already taken place when this movie starts. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. So Superman is already, so we have to assume it's in chronological order. Like Superman happens first, and then Supergirl happens, and I guess now we're set up for Man of Tomorrow. We got both the Kryptonians on Earth,
right?
So that's my take, I guess.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I guess that though that begs the question of who was he referring to when he's like, I really could use your help with this last guy, because that kind of made me think like, okay, well, is Man of Tomorrow supposed to be, during the gap between the two, and she's not going to be in it, but yeah. So now I want to know. I got questions.
Yeah. It could be a few. I have to think outside the box and think about who would James Gunn use.
Yeah. Molecule Man or whatever.
If he was still at Marvel, we would for sure see Molecule Man show up. I can see him wanting to use maybe Parasite. He'd be a fun, gross-looking villain.
Yeah.
Despero, you can use him. I mean, but then there's more classical villains like Cyborg Superman he could use.
They're definitely going to use Bizarro from, it's going to be that clone from the first movie that got sucked into the black hole. Because, the black hole's not going to kill him.
Yeah, no.
It's just going to compress him.
Mm-hmm. And that's the interesting thing, right? Because we know that character was an amalgamation of, Bizarro and Ultraman.
Yeah.
Is it more Bizarro or more Ultraman? I guess...
I think it's more Ultraman, but I think when they bring him back, it's definitely going to be Bizarro.
Okay, yeah.
If there's anybody you want to double tap, it's fucking Superman.
For sure.
Especially evil Superman.
Yeah. Get you some Bruce Wayne money. I know that Kryptonite is very expensive, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Just go to Smallville. Everybody has some in their junk drawer.
Yeah. Oh, this whole thing?
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Oh, these earrings? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got these at the thrift store. $2.
Yeah. Do we have anything else before we wrap up tonight? Final thoughts, comments?
Yeah, I mean, this reeks of it's not as bad as that fucking Resident Evil movie looks, but it's kind of it's a Hollywood scriptwriter that wants to tell their own story and thinks that they know better than the source material. And the thing about it is I wish that we were past that, right? Of us having to Hollywoodize everything. I think the massive success of things that's coming out, for example, if you look at this kind of renaissance, I'm not a fan of this, but if you look at this renaissance that we're having of YouTubers making shit, if you look at Iron Lung, right? Now, if I have an option of watching Markiplier being on my screen for an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm always going to opt for something else. It doesn't matter what that other thing is. If it's individually pulling out all my beard hairs, I'm going to be like, let's go do that. But the success of that movie goes to show that audiences are not really craving these traditional Hollywood experiences. That's why you're seeing these A24 is doing so well, and Obsession is doing so well, and Backrooms is doing so well.
Which is another YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, it goes to show that people are very much willing to step away from everything having to have that Hollywood, film over it, for pun intended. The filter, right? Where it's oh, well, we have these 10 tropes that we use all the time, and we're going to take your story and break it down into these tropes.
Yeah.
because audiences understand them.
Go ahead.
And I just think I feel like every time I feel like we're past that, like I mean, I use this example a lot on this show. Fucking One Piece, like they don't give a single shit. They're just like, we're going to take this anime that it's not. The anime is not like the manga is not the script. Like nobody's asking for that, right? Lord of the Rings is considered the best adaptation of all time. It's the gold standard. It is not a perfect 1-to-1 adaptation of the book. She and I could tell you about that for the next 10 hours. We're not going to do that.
Yeah. Give me Elijah Wood for Frodo over Book Frodo any day.
Yeah, all day, every day. They cut whole sections of the book. Like when you're adapting something to the screen, that's not saying you're copying it. The reason when the word adapt is used is you have to hammer on it to get it into the format, right, that you're adapting it for. What works in a book doesn't work in a show necessarily, or a movie, and so on and so forth. But it just when you look at One Piece, they simply took what was there and they said, we're gonna just make the changes we need to make to put this on the big screen, or the small screen. It played in theaters, but it's on Netflix. And they just made it. They just and there's shit in there that is mind-boggling. Like this random character just, has bunny ears for no fucking reason. They got bunny ears in the anime, so they got bunny ears in the movie. Why they got bunny ears? Don't fucking know. Not our obligation to tell you. Don't think about it if it bothers you that much, And I really wish that superhero movies more of them were willing to take those kind of chances, and not just make this lowest common denominator drivel that audiences have kind of proven that they don't really want.
I think also a large part of it comes down to, you look at something like Infinity War, which of course is based on the Infinity Gauntlet comic book. Very much so. But what they did with that is, and this is the very distinct difference between Infinity War and like other superhero movie adaptations, is they didn't strip it down, they just added on.
Yeah.
And they made it fit into their own universe. And that's the thing, right? Like, you have to remember that you can't. James Gunn did the same thing with his characters in Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, he technically he didn't take away from anything of these characters. He just maybe added on something to them. Peter Quill is very much like he is in the comic books, the way that he is in the movie. James Gunn added in the 80s Walkman score. He added that. He didn't take anything away. And that's the difference, right? So like, they had to be willing to maybe add things, or like you said, hammer it into place so that it fits into whatever kind of universe they're building, without stripping things away that make that thing that thing.
I think also it comes to creativity and passion too, because I know you're kind of like iffy about YouTube things that are becoming mainstream, but I look at it as these very creative, very passionate people were able to reach an audience that anybody could access.
Right.
And they're now able to reach a larger audience because their own individual creativity paid off. And you can feel their passion, and you can see their creativity, and you can just, I don't know, it invokes more. But then you go and you rehash the same old tropes over and over again with Hollywood stuff. And it's just, I don't know, it's losing its passion.
Well, and it's not that I mind the YouTube folks getting to make, because I mean, they're already mainstream, right? YouTube is huge, especially like the younger generations go, like the more YouTube they watch. It's not that. It's what the major studios will take away from that is the reason I'm so against it. So like when you look at like Obsession, what they made that movie for like a couple million, and it topped the box office week after week after week. So now my fear is that either, number one, like big Hollywood studios approach those creators and go, hey, we want to make this thing. Can you make it for like $10 million? You know, because like they see the return, and Hollywood is very quick to jump on shit like that. Look at the zombie craze, right? And how long that lasted, and then fucking the vampire craze, and how long that lasted.
The zombie phrase can just stay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we got years and years of Walking Dead, World War Z, you know, all that stuff, all the Resident Evil movies. Doesn't look like there are any zombies in that new one, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean, that's the issue that I have with it, is like what I know that these studios are going to take away from it, which is almost universally the wrong thing.
But I mean, Saw had a very low budget as well in the beginning.
It's one of the biggest box office returns of all time.
Yeah, and that was also not YouTube, but it was indie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's so it's kind of like, yeah, that has always been there. That low budget, awesome vibes, creativity has always been there.
I just want to point out to you, though, that you're proving my point. They took James Wan off of Saw, and they had this motherfucker make Fast and the Furious and Aquaman.
And a bunch of other horror movies.
Yeah. I mean, he just doesn't have like, his track record after that is not what I would call stellar. You know, even though the tech that they used for Aquaman was really cool. I mean, the underwater stuff that they did was, from a production standpoint, was
really cool.
You know, it was game changing. I mean, but
what I'm trying to say is that low budget aspect is always going to be here, and Hollywood is always going to try to take advantage of it, regardless of what genre we're in.
I mean, you take the opposite of that to back your point up, though. I mean, the greatest success story of all time is beyond that. Christopher Nolan made Memento for like 2 packs of bubblegum and some Jawbreakers. Like, I mean, the budget for that movie was almost nothing when he made Memento. I think less. I actually think it is less than $1 million. Like, I think some of that shit they like rented out cameras from like their film school.
Damn.
And made like, yeah, it is like, you know, so yeah, I mean, and look at him now. So
he's doing all right.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and he's like the director for our generation. You know, he's kind of goated now, and so yeah. I mean, there are good examples that come out of it, but you know, my worry is always going to be like, what's Hollywood? What are the major studios going to take away from this? Because it's almost always the wrong thing. I hate to. You know, we're hour 52 in, and I'm just now bringing up the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Oh, dear Lord.
But I mean, if you look at like what they took away from those movies, it was always the wrong thing.
Home, it's just past my bedtime.
It's past her bedtime too, so
it's past our bedtime.
Yeah. Honestly, it's damn near past my bedtime. I gotta get up early in the morning, so.
Oh, you gotta get up early.
I don't gotta get up as early as you gotta get up.
What an experience this has been. I gotta say, I always really love when we get the rare superhero movie that is based on a specific work that we can read and review and then watch and review.
Yes.
It's always a really fun experience. And this is no different. Yeah, so Supergirl is definitely a movie that I can certainly see it getting overhated when it doesn't need to be. I can see people harping on its flaws, which we all admit that there are some here, without admiring or looking at any of the things that it does very well. But hopefully, and this is regardless of how I feel about this movie, I hope that it does very well, because we need the DCU to continue to grow and prosper.
Yes.
So time will tell what happens. We will see by the time this comes out. Actually, no, I was going to say by the time this comes out, the weekend numbers will be in, but no, this should be up by Friday, depending on how lazy I am tomorrow.
Yeah. And tired.
Yep. But unless there's anything else, I think it's going to be all for this one.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yes. This has been a blast, and if you guys need any more encouragement to, I don't know, if anyone tries to tell you to review bomb a movie just because they don't like it for whatever reason, just remember these famous words.
Kalel, no!
Just don't do it. All right. Well, that's going to be all for this one. I have overstayed my welcome on my own podcast. But we will see you guys again very soon. But until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.
I'm Super Homie K.